Tuition on Air.
Compulsory English book, and this book is for science students, commerce students, management students.
दूर शिक्षा रेडियो कार्यक्रम ट्युसन अन एयर मनको आवाज युनिक एफएम 94.2 मेगाहर्ज र तानसेन नगरपालिकाको सहकार्यमा
कोरोना संक्रमण रोकथामका लागि जारी लकडाउनको अवस्थालाई मध्यनजर गरी उत्पादन गरिएको दूर शिक्षा रेडियो कार्यक्रम ट्युसन अन एयर।
नमस्कार, तानसेन नगरपालिकाको सहयोग र युनिक एफएम 94.2 मेगाहर्जको उत्पादन तथा प्रसारणमा सुरु भएको दूर शिक्षा कार्यक्रम ट्युसन अन एयर कार्यक्रममा हिजोका कक्षाहरूमा जस्तै आज पनि कक्षा 12 को कम्पल्सरी इंग्लिश विषय अध्यापन तथा सहजीकरणको लागि म कमलराज बस्साल उपस्थित भएको छु। प्यारा विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, तपाईहरुले यो हाम्रो कार्यक्रम वेबसाइटबाट www.unicfmpalpa.com बाट त्यस्तै गरी फेसबुक पेजबाट पनि सुन्न सक्नुहुनेछ। हिजोको क्लासमा हामी कक्षा 12 को द हेरिटेज अफ द वर्ड्स अन्तर्गत रहेका दुईटा पोएम जुन हामी छलफल गर्यौं। फर्स्टमा तपाईहरुले पक्कै पनि ध्यान दिएर सुन्नु भएको छ भने के पढ्यौं थाहा छ, सम्झिनु भएको छ हिजो हामी के पढ्यौं। हामीले दुईवटा कविता लेमेन्टेसन अफ द ओल्ड पेन्सनर, ट्राभलिङ थ्रू द डार्क, लेमेन्टेसन अफ द ओल्ड पेन्सनर, लेमेन्टेसन अफ द ओल्ड पेन्सनर, त्यस्तै गरी ग्रान्डमदर र फुल फादर 5 दाइ फादर लाइज, चारवटा पोएट्री चाहिँ हामी सकिसकेका छौं। अब हामी आज द हेरिटेज अफ द वर्ड्स को थर्ड क्लास अथवा रेगुलर क्लासमा चाहिँ आज 20 क्लासमा चाहिँ हामी छौं। यो 20th एपिसोडमा क्लासमा विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीलाई म पुनः स्वागत गर्दै तपाईहरुलाई आजको यो अन्तिम पोएट्री छ God's Grandeur. God's Grandeur भन्ने पोएम छ। This poem is a sonnet composed by Gerard Manley Hopkins. In short, we can call him G.M. Hopkins, and it is a hymn. हामी भन्छौं भजन भन्छौं हैन, HYMN hymn चाहिँ हो। So this is a sonnet, and in this sonnet or the poem, 14th line poem, Hopkins praises the magnificence and glory of God in the world, blending accurate observation with lofty imagination. The poet has explained the glory, the greatness of the God. That is the grandeur. Grandeur means the greatness, no? The supremacy, the power of the God. According to the poet, the world has been charged with the greatness of the God, power of the God, force of the God, so that we are the follower of the God. Whatever the God gives, we have to take it easily. We have to receive it as a gift of the God. So, dear students, before going to summarize this poem, please take a few points, major points regarding this poem, okay? केही यो कविताको म समराइज गर्नुभन्दा अगाडि तपाईहरु केही यसको बुँदाहरु, केही पोइन्टहरु, हिन्ट्सहरु तपाईहरुले टिप्दा राम्रो हुन्छ। ओके, टिप्नुस् त, तपाईहरुलाई सजिलो हुन्छ आन्सर लेख्नको लागि। जुनसुकै आन्सरमा पनि यो कुराहरु यसको थीम सो यसको सेन्ट्रल आइडियाहरु चाहिँ म बताउँछु okay so the first point it is the greatness of the god god is the supreme power comma controller of the universe next point god is equal to everyone and he is indifferent indifferent he is indifferent indifferent next point please it is the praise praise of god and glory of him praise and glory of the god next point the nature is immortal 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 and god is caretaker caretaker of us means the whole universe is cared by god okay next we are the followers and the life is the gift of god life is the gift of god okay these are the very major important hints at the points guidelines to you तपाईहरुले यी पोइन्टहरु सम्झिनु भयो भने पक्कै पनि तपाईहरुलाई सजिलो हुन्छ यो कविता बुझ्नको लागि र अब म यसको समराइज गर्छु please listen it very carefully so that you can easily answer the questions okay so already I mentioned about the poet G.M. Hopkins as a priest who wrote poems about religious ideas and the beauty of nature, God using form of verse, using poetry, using rhyme rhythm. This present poem is 14th line poem that is called Sonnet, and he praises the magnificence, the power, the greatness of the God, glory of God in the world. And God is the observer. He observes our whole activities, what we are doing in every time. God is the creator, so that creator's job is to watch, to observe us, whether we are moving in the good track, in the good way or not. And the God never expects anything from the people, from the human being. So he is indifferent. The God is equal to us. So the poem has the positive feeling that the poet describes the world is charged with the greatness of the God. The nature is working properly with God's magnificence. Our all activities are due to the glory of God. The world is constant on the power of God. He is everywhere. He is invisible, so that we can't see him with the bare eyes. To watch him, to see him, we need infinite knowledge. It is infinite power, so that God is invisible. The poet is very surprised why the people are not aware of the greatness of the God. Why we are not aware towards God. The poet believes that many generations have passed without caring God, without following him. But the development of the science and the technology that has made the people careless towards God. It is because as science and technology emerged, developed, then people, they became selfish, careless towards God. The world nowadays, it has been industrialized, materialized, and the nature is at the mouth of the destruction. The poet describes that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, as it is the power of the God. Only human being, if we faith on God, then God cares us day by day. It is due to generation gap and development of science and technology, we are not caring God as our ancestors, they used to worship God properly. Finally, the poet describes that when we walk without shoes, we feel that only shoes can protect our feet from the hardness of God, the hardness of the earth. In the same way, we remember God when we have some kind of difficulties. When we are in the difficulties, at that time we remember God. Oh my God. We remember our parents, my father, my mother. Yes? Okay, we believe that it is only God who can protect us from these kinds of difficulties. So, God is the creator, caretaker, and he is the resolution. He never gives us difficulties, and he is against the human difficulties. So he tries to remove the difficulties that we feel that we have in our common age. Okay? So it is the summary of this poem. अब तपाईहरुले यो कवितामा भगवानले अथवा गॉड, हामी जसले विश्वास गर्छौं, जसलाई विश्वास गर्छौं भगवान भनेर, उहाँप्रति समर्पित एउटा भजन छ, हाइम छ। र यहाँ कविले भगवानको सारा जगत अथवा संसार, यो युनिभर्स, विश्व ब्रह्माण्ड सबै भगवानको कारणले हो। र हामी मान्छेहरू आजकल किन सेल्फिश भयौं अथवा किन हामी स्वार्थी भइरहेका छौं? प्रकृति जो भगवानले क्रिएट गर्नुभयो, भगवान प्रति हामीले आदर सम्मान गर्ने कुरा हो। भगवानले केही चाहनुहुन्न, तर हामी उहाँप्रति चाहिँ सम्मान गर्नुपर्छ। अथवा हामी भगवान प्रति चाहिँ किन अथवा प्रकृति प्रति हामी चाहिँ किन मौन छौं? र हरेक चीजको समाधान छ। त्यो समस्याको समाधान भनेको गॉड हो। र भगवानले हामीलाई जसरी एउटा कुखुराको माउले कुखुरीले आफ्नो बच्चाहरू जुन चल्लाहरूलाई चाहिँ ढाकेर राख्छिन्, आफ्नो त्यो विङ्सहरूले पखेटाहरूले, त्यस्तै गरी भगवानले पनि एउटा छाताको रूपमा हामी सबैलाई इक्वालिटी समान रूपमा चाहिँ हैन, विदाउट एनी बायसनेस ही हैज कभर्ड अस हैन। एउटा बच्चालाई जस्तो जसरी ढाकेको हुन्छ विथ द वार्म ब्रेस्ट एन्ड विथ ब्राइट विङ्स, त्यस्तै किसिमबाट भगवानले पनि हामीलाई त्यस्तै गरी ढाकेर राख्नु भएको छ। तर हामी भगवानप्रति चाहिँ कति उत्तरदायित्व छौं, कतिको जिम्मेवार बोध गर्छौं, हामी कति सम्झिन्छौं, यो कुरा चाहिँ यहाँ बताइएको छ। र तपाईहरु यसको सँगै तपाईहरुले यहाँ बुझ्नुपर्ने कुरा केही क्वेशनहरु छ। सरस्वती क्वेशन हेरौं। र तपाईलाई लाग्छ भने तपाईले एउटा दुईटा क्वेशनहरु लेख्नु होला। यहाँ अलि इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ, परीक्षामा सोध्न सकिन्छ ती क्वेशनहरु। The first question in page number 70. What does the poet say? What does the poet say in the first quatrain and in the second? पहिलो यो कविले यहाँ चाहिँ पहिलो 4 लाइनमा र दोस्रो 4 लाइनमा चाहिँ के भन्न खोजेका छन् भन्ने कुरा छ। What does the poet say in the first quatrain? भनेको पहिलो पंक्ति 4 लाइनको पंक्ति, त्यसलाई क्वाट्रिन भन्छ। त्यसमा र पछाडीको अर्को दोस्रो क्वाट्रिनमा चाहिँ के भनेको छन् भनेर सोधिएको छ। सो अब तपाईले यो कुरा लेख्नु पर्छ भने फर्स्ट र सेकेन्डमा हामीले बुझ्न सक्छौं। द वर्ल्ड इज फिल्ड विथ द गॉड्स ग्रेटनेस। द गॉड्स ग्रेटनेस इज expressed in 2 ways. First, when a foil is taken or foil is shaken, it brightens brightens out suddenly. And in the second, the oozing oil when olive is pressed. There is God. God emerges in every small things of the world and creates the universal power. Although the greatness of the God directly appears like this, people don't care the God's punishment and God's gift. So it has been expressed in the first lines, okay? And in another, human generation have been following the same universal path, the way. Although people are regarding the God's greatness, everything has been spoiled due to the commercial business point of view. Vision has been dimmed and the pleasure has been lost. The world has been dirty, useless, careless, or behavior different behaviors have a bad smell because of the industrialization and urbanization that has cleared the soil and people have lost their sensitivity. Okay? These are the points concerning the first question. And now second question. Summarize the last 6 lines in a sentence. Okay, summarize the last 6 lines in a sentence. It is very short answer. Within 6 lines, in the last 6 lines, The freshness of the nature is renewed by the rise of God early in the morning after the night. Okay, so I don't think it is important, but the question number 3 is important. Please, you have to write this question. Okay, question number 3 चाहिँ लेख्नुस्, किनभने यो परीक्षामा धेरै पटक सोधिएको क्वेशन छ. व्हाट इज द सेन्ट्रल आइडिया अफ द पोएम, अथवा व्हाट इज द सेन्ट्रल थीम, सेन्ट्रल आइडिया अफ गड्स ग्रेन्डियर भनेर सोधिएको छ. त्यो हुँदा तपाईहरुले यसलाई चाहिँ ध्यान दिएर सुन्नु होला, ख्याल गर्नु होला. यो प्रश्न धेरै पटक सोधिएको प्रश्न छ. Okay, if you are ready, please, I provide the answer of this question. यो क्वेशन को आन्सर लेखाउँछु म, तपाईले ध्यान दिएर सुन्नु होला. The poem focuses on the greatness of the God, greatness of God, or the power of God. Greatness of God or power of God. God is the creator of the universe. God is the creator of the universe. Human beings are not hearing or following God properly. It means we are not following God properly. Although the people of the world are continuously destroying every natural matter. There is a constant renewal, RENEWAL, renewal of natural beauty from the depth of the universe. Full stop. The universe is the creation of the God, and we are the result and gift of God. Full stop. Okay. And next point, under the styles and rhetorics, there is what do the words seared, bleared, smeared suggest. यहाँ शब्दहरु तपाईहरुले सुन्न सक्नुहुन्छ. यी शब्दको संकेत के छ? Seared means dried up, सुकेको. Bleared means deemed कमजोर. Smeared means rubbed. यी वर्डहरु छन्. यो पनि सोध्न सकिन्छ. के यसो जान्नु पर्यो. यो अलि मेटेरियलिस्टिक कुराहरु र मान्छेको अलि भ्यानिटी अथवा घमण्डको कुराहरु चाहिँ यहाँ छ. मान्छे हामी चाहिँ धेरै अलिकति प्राउडनेस अथवा हामी चाहिँ मेटेरियलिस्टिक हैन भौतिकवादी भएका छौं र गड भनेको नेचुरलिस्टिक अलिकति नेचरमा चाहिँ भर पर्ने कुरा. नेचर प्रतिको हाम्रो लभ चाहिँ कस्तो छ, प्रेम कस्तो छ, सद्भाव कस्तो छ भन्ने कुराहरु यहाँ सोधिएको छ. र परीक्षामा दिन सक्ने क्वेशन भनेको व्हाट इज द सेन्ट्रल आइडिया अफ द पोएम. मैले भर्खरै बताएँ आन्सर. व्हाट इज द सेन्ट्रल आइडिया अफ द पोएम. एन्ड नेक्स्ट इज व्हाई इज फेथ. ओके, why is our faith towards God decreasing day by day? How does the poet try to justify the presence of God? Next, why are men unaware of the generation? Why are men unaware of the future generation and the greatness of God? We are not concerning about our future life. Okay. And next is, does the poet describe the miracle of God, or we can say, how does the poet describe the miracle of God? भगवानको त्यो क्षमता, मिराकल छ जुन उहाँको चमत्कार, त्यो कुरालाई चाहिँ कविले कसरी व्याख्या गर्छन्. र यहाँ चमत्कार चाहिँ के छ? does the God have any miracle? भगवानसँग कुनै त्यस्तो जादु अथवा त्यस्तो चमत्कार के छ, अथवा यो कवितामा चाहिँ के चमत्कार चाहिँ कविले व्याख्या गरेका छन्. यी कुराहरु चाहिँ सोध्न सकिने क्वेशनहरु छन्. यसलाई ख्याल गर्नु होला. र भन्दै हाम्रो पोएट्री सेक्टर चाहिँ सकिएको छ. पोएट्री पार्टबाट अब हामी चाहिँ अरु जनराहरु तर्फ जान्छौं, लाइक स्टोरी, एसे र प्ले. है, तपाईहरु अर्को अब हामी फर्स्ट स्टोरीमा जान्छौं आज. The first story is about love. Very common, very romantic story. धेरै विद्यार्थी तपाईहरुले सुनिसक्नु भएको छ यो कथा। म धेरै कथा भित्र जान आवश्यक पनि छैन, सर्ट समराइज मात्र गर्छु। त्यसपछि हामी यस भित्र चाहिँ प्रवेश गर्ने छौं। About love, है। Okay, this is very interesting romantic love story. The title itself talks about love, okay? And it has been written by a Russian dramatist and short story writer Anton Chekhov. He's a world-renowned popular dramatist as well as short story writer, okay? And he's an idealistic Russian writer. He tries to show that love is different in different situations, and it is very difficult to identify love because there is not any hard and fast or fact rules of love. There is no any hard and fast or fact rules and regulation of love. In this story, there are 3 love stories. They are told by the narrator, Elohim, and we go through the story. So before starting this, please, it is better to remember some of the key points, okay? If you want to take the key points, please note down the key points of this short story, okay? So, according to the writer, love is different in different situations. Love is different in different situations according to the situation. And love is difficult to identify. It means it is difficult to identify the love. Love is always different. So there is no certain rules and systems of love or for love. It is individual. Love is individual. Everything is possible in love if we devote our life. Love of different persons is possible. We find that at last there is no role of age, religion, caste, education, birth, and so on in love. Okay? This story talks that love sickness can create other mental and physical problems. Likewise, love can't be limited to marriage. It can be made in any period of life. A strong feeling of love can emerge in any form which becomes possible. Okay, these are the major points to be remembered regarding this story. Okay, now listen the story in very short, please. म छोटो रूपमा चाहिँ यसको समराइज गर्छु। तपाईहरुले सुनिसक्नु भएको स्टोरी छ, धेरै यसमा अब जाँदा पनि गाह्रो हुन्छ, समय धेरै लाग्छ। म सरसर्ती तपाईहरुलाई चाहिँ यसको बारेमा बताउँछु र त्यसपछि अगाडि बढौं, है। This short story about love is written by Anton Chekhov, one of the popular, renowned 20th century dramatist and short story writer. In this story, the writer, he presents the gentle, deep and passionate love of a man for a woman who is already married and has 2 children. And another, this is the one story, and other remaining 2 stories are there. Altogether there are 3 stories. Okay? Elohim is the narrator of the story. Elohim, Birkin and Ivanovich are friends, and they are at a restaurant taking their breakfast. They are talking about different love affairs as the bachelors talk about is to pass their loneliness. At the same time, Nicanor, the cook, comes to ask them what they would like him to prepare for dinner. Elohim tells them a love story about Nicanor. Pelagia is a beautiful girl who is also a cook. She loves Nicanor, but their love affair is very different than others. Pelagia does not want to marry Nicanor, but she wants to live with him forever. What a strange thing we find here. She wants to do so because Nicanor drinks a lot of alcohol. and he beats her. But Nicanor thinks that it is wrong and sinful thing for a man and a woman to live together if they are unmarried. They are not got married. Elohim, then in the second story we enter. Okay, now in the second story, first story is over. He tells a story about himself. When he was studying at university, he loved a girl and lived with her. Every time he held this girl in his arms, all she did was think about the money that Elohim had to fulfill her requirements. His love affairs with the university girl finished when he left the university. Now the key part, the main story. When Elohim was at university, his father had borrowed a lot of money to pay for his studies. Then he had to pay off the debts, either becoming a teacher or working in an office or going home. So lastly he found a job. So he was selected as to be an honored judge in a local court. Sometimes he had to go into town for a court case where he could meet his important figures. While he was in town, he met Luganovich, who was another judge. Once Luganovich invited Elohim to his house for dinner. At the dinner time, Elohim met Luganovich's wife. Her name was Anne Alexvena. She was a young, beautiful, kind, intelligent and loving woman. All her outstanding activities made him think about her all the time. At the very first glance, Elohim and Anne fell in love with each other. Every time Elohim went into town, he would go to visit him. Sometimes they would talk or go to the theater together. Although they walked together, they had not expressed their love, feelings, care. They thought it better to conceal their love affair. At last, Luganovich and his family had to move to another city. As Elohim knew it, he got the information regarding their transformation. He went to say goodbye to Anne. He found Anne Alexvian was weeping inside of the train. They both cried and held onto each other. They embraced each other. Elohim kissed Anne and told her that he loved her. But it had been too late because Anne was leaving the city, the town. The train was about to go and they had to separate forever. So it is a kind of tragic story as well. So finally, they came to the conclusion that they had the true love, but they could not open it in the meantime. So that this is a kind of different variety of stories. So there are 3 stories which have different flavor, different taste. Okay? यसरी भाइ बहिनीहरु तपाईहरुले अब यो अबाउट लभ को बारेमा केही समरी चाहिँ सुन्नुभयो. अब तपाईले क्लासमा पनि सुनिसकेको कुरालाई मैले रिपिट मात्रै गरेको हो, रिभाइज मात्र गरेको हो, रिफ्रेशमेन्ट अथवा यसलाई भनौं एक प्रकारको रिचार्ज. जस्तो मोबाइलमा पैसा सकिएपछि हामी रिचार्ज गर्छौं, पुनः तपाईहरुको कुनै ज्ञान तपाईहरुले प्राप्त गरेको पहिले यो पढिसकेको कुरालाई चाहिँ थोरै खिया नलागोस् अथवा त्यसमा चाहिँ धुलो लागेको छ भने सरसफाई मात्रै गरेको यसले चाहिँ तपाईहरुले एउटा इनर्जाइज गर्छ, रिचार्ज गर्छ भन्ने लाग्छ मलाई. पक्कै पनि तपाईहरुले फेरि पनि यसलाई रिपिट गर्नुस्, प्र्याक्टिस गर्नुस्, स्टडी गर्नुस्, so that I think you will gain the knowledge regarding this story. And now come to the question and answer of the exercise. तपाईहरु यो क्वेशन एक्सरसाइज मा आउनुभयो भने केही महत्त्वपूर्ण क्वेशनहरु छ यहाँ तपाईले अलिकति जान्नु पर्ने हुन्छ र पोसिबल क्वेशन्सहरु जस्तो यो परीक्षामा हामीलाई सोध्न सकिने भनेको क्वेशनहरुमा द फर्स्ट यहाँ भनेको छ अबाउट लभ इज a brief account of a violent love affair between 2 servants. यो तपाईको सुरुमै आएको पेलागिया र निकानोर बीचको स्टोरी छ. About Love is a brief account of a violent love affair between two servants, Nicanor and Pelagia. Is it significant that Elohim is the source of this anecdote? यो घटनाको चाहिँ के उ सोर्स हो भन्ने कुरा. How does the anecdote contrast with Elohim's own story? यहाँनिर चाहिँ हामी सेकेन्ड प्याराग्राफमा देख्न सक्छौं. Elohim tells the story a violent love affair between Nicanor and Pelagia. It is important that Elohim is the source of this story because in this story Elohim is the narrator. He is not only a character. The whole story revolves around him. As he is the narrator, whatever he tells about others and about himself should be believed. Okay? And the love story, the contrast between the love affair of Nicanor and Pelagia and Elohim and Ain is clear. In the first love story, the hero, heroine, or the hero and heroine, the characters belong to socially inferior class, whereas in the second love story, they belong to the socially superior and cultured class of people. And moreover, the love between first couple is an ordinary and usual love between a man and woman to be materialized by marriage, but love between Anne and Elohim is of higher level, an unusual love which goes beyond the social limitation and matrimonial bonds. Okay. And next thing, sometime the question might be asked like, how does an account of the occasion and of the setting in which the narrator occurs affect our understanding of Elohim? यो क्वेशन पनि केही कुराहरु यसमा छट्याएर दिन सकिन्छ. यो कथाको विवरण, ठाउँ, समयलाई कसरी बुझ्न सकिन्छ भन्ने कुराहरु छ यहाँ. र तपाईले अलिकति ध्यान दिएर यहाँ बुझ्नुपर्ने, परीक्षामा दिन सक्ने एउटा चाहिँ राइट समरी अफ अबाउट लभ. धेरै जसो सोधिने भनेको यसको समरी सोध्न सकिन्छ. क्यारेक्टर स्केच अफ द न्यारेटर, एलोहिमको चाहिँ उसको चरित्र चित्रण गर्न भनेर क्यारेक्टर स्केच, उसको चरित्र विवरण चित्रण गर्न भनेर पनि दिन सक्छ. र तपाईलाई त्यस्तै गरी अर्को लेख्न दिन सक्छ. हाउ डज द स्टोरी डिस्क्राइब दैट लभ इज डिफरेंट इन डिफरेंट सिचुएसन. प्रेम हरेक ठाउँ अथवा अवस्था अनुसार चाहिँ भिन्न भिन्न हुन्छ. हैन, हाउ डज द स्टोरी, यो कथाले कसरी त्यो कुरालाई व्याख्या गरिएको छ. ठाउँ अनुसार जस्तो व्यक्ति अनुसार र प्लेस अनुसार अथवा सिचुएसन अनुसार चाहिँ लभलाई कसरी डिस्क्राइब गर्न सकिन्छ, यो कुरा पनि सोध्न सकिन्छ. अर्को क्वेशन छ, हाउ क्यान यु टेल द स्टोरी अफ एलोहिम एन्ड एन र एलोहिम बीचको स्टोरीलाई कसरी चाहिँ तपाई एक्सप्लेन गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ हैन. वन इज अनम्यारिड एन्ड नेक्स्ट इज म्यारिड वुमन एन्ड सी इज द मदर अफ अ चाइल्ड. सी इज द वुमन वाइफ अफ जज लुगानोभिच हैन. त्यस बीचमा पनि कस्तो लभ अफेयर छ, यो कुरालाई चाहिँ कसरी एक्सप्लेन गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ, तपाईले आफ्नो वर्डहरु प्रयोग गर्नुस् भनेको छ. त्यस्तो दिन सक्छ. एन्ड भेरी सर्ट क्वेशन. अब सर्ट क्वेशनहरु सोध्न सक्छ, जस्तो तपाईले टिप्न सक्नुहुन्छ. यो क्वेशनहरुको एन्सरहरु खोज्नुस्. तपाईहरुलाई होमवर्क नै यही अब हैन. तपाईले समरी सुन्नु भएको छ, तपाईसँग नोट छ, तपाईहरुसँग भएको मेटेरियलबाट तपाईले यी क्वेशनको एन्सर खोज्नुस् है. ल, केही होमवर्कहरु टिप्नुस् त, केही क्वेशनहरु टिप्नुस्. अब क्यान लभ बी जनरलाइज्ड? Can love be generalized? Justify your answer. Can love be generalized? Justify. Sketch the character of N. N. Alexandra. Okay. Why do bachelors like to go to restaurants? Why do bachelors like to go to restaurants? How did Elohim define love? यो क्वेशन धेरै पटक सोधेको छ. How did Elohim define love? How did Elohim define love? Next, how can you explain love in one statement, one sentence? How can you explain love in one sentence, one statement? Why is it difficult? Or how is love difficult to understand, or how is it difficult to understand love? Okay, why is love difficult to understand? What kinds of love experiences are suggested by Elohim? What kinds of love experiences are suggested by Elohim in about love? And the last question is love easy or difficult to understand? Is love easy or difficult to understand? Okay. With this, two different lessons. One very short poem about the greatness of the God, the God's grandeur, first one, and second about love. Today we completed two genres, one poetry and God's grandeur, and next is story, short story about love. We have completed two topics today. Okay, so with the completion of the two topics, I have to say the program is, the class is over today, and in next day with the next new topic we will be together and we will have discussion. Okay, and keep your study, continue it. Okay, keep on. So please, thank you for listening this class, and next time we will be together again. Okay, thank you very much.
कक्षा 11 र 12 को परीक्षा तयारी गरिरहेका भाइ बहिनीहरू, तपाईलाई ट्युसन अन एयर को आजको अंक कस्तो लाग्यो? सहयोगी संस्था तानसेन नगरपालिका ट्युसन अन एयर कार्यक्रमको परामर्शदाता भगवती टोल तानसेनमा रहेको इभरग्रीन एजुकेशन सेन्टर ईईसी का सञ्चालक पुण्य सुवेदी लगायत अध्यापनको क्रममा खट्नुहुने सम्पूर्ण आदरणीय गुरुवर्गहरूमा सादर नमन गर्दछौं। भाइ बहिनीहरू, हामीलाई पत्राचार गर्न चाहनुभयो भने हामीलाई पत्राचार गर्ने ठेगाना टिप्नुहोस्। हाम्रो ठेगाना हो दूर शिक्षा कार्यक्रम ट्युसन अन एयर, युनिक एफएम 94.2 मेगाहर्ज, तानसेन 5, कैलाशनगर। र हाम्रो इमेल आईडी पनि नोट गर्नुहोस्, news.uniquefm@gmail.com। भाइ बहिनीहरू, ट्युसन अन एयर कार्यक्रम हाम्रो एफएम को आधिकारिक वेबसाइट www.uniquefmpalpa.com बाट पनि तपाईहरूले हेर्न र सुन्न सक्नुहुनेछ।
Tuition on Air.
Compulsory English book, and this book is for science students, commerce students, management students.
दूर शिक्षा रेडियो कार्यक्रम ट्युसन अन एयर, मनको आवाज युनिक एफएम 94.2 मेगाहर्ज र तानसेन नगरपालिकाको सहकार्यमा
कोरोना संक्रमण रोकथामका लागि जारी लकडाउनको अवस्थालाई मध्यनजर गरी उत्पादन गरिएको दूर शिक्षा रेडियो कार्यक्रम ट्युसन अन एयर।